Hey everybody, it's Funny once again. Hope you're doing well. Today I'm rambling about the Boss Dr. Rhythm DR-660. It is an early 90s drum machine, and it sounds like this. Okay, DR-660. These physical, I guess, these recordings of real snares, it's so, for me, synonymous with these drum machines. It's just like, I don't know, if you played the SR-16 or similar stuff, or any of the other Boss for guitarist sort of drum machines like these, that just, you know, way too much reverb. Would sound great on a Youth Code album. So I don't know if the factory gave them a discount for designing it to look like a telephone, but boy does it ever. This is like Vaporwave Dreams or something, I guess, when I look at it a little bit, and that's totally cool. I understand it was designed with, it's kind of debated how deeply or how involved Roger Linn was, but Roger Linn worked on this is basically what I'm going to come to the consensus on. It's kind of funny to look back on these things. I feel like so much was said in print magazines that's kind of lost or unretrievable by me now, that, you know, I know Roger Linn was involved, but to what degree, I'm not sure. The sounds on here are really good, but don't expect like a sequel to the Linn drum or anything. Obviously, it's coming up for like $100 or whatever. But boy, it really sounds like those Wax Trax records or like Ministry or like, I don't know. Again, I keep coming back to these physical snares with way too much reverb, and just like that sound is like, I don't know. It doesn't make you want to go like, you know. Anyway, yes, too much reverb for our own good. We have velocity sensitive pads. With aftertouch. And aftertouch is really interesting for different things. We have flam. So if we hold the flam, we get these kind of flams, obviously, but with rolls in your aftertouch, you get to go. I wonder how wonder how much the aftertouch fades over time. So when it comes to talking about a drum machine like this, I feel like it's just fun to think about the time where it was from and stuff. Obviously now you could download samples of all these stuff. They're fairly fixed, although for its time this drum machine is actually pretty powerful in terms of being able to change the pitch and the decay somewhat, I believe. There's actually a velocity curve, if I'm not mistaken. Will we get into that? We'll see. Effects per channel and stuff like that. Like, there's an actual surprising amount of depth for the time here, but realistically in 2025 you're better off grabbing a sample of everything on here, and they do sound really good. But to talk about like I don't know, I'm hesitant to even talk about like the sequencer. Like, I don't love the sequencer on here. Obviously, they're just in 2025 better ways to go about it. I would even, if you are really interested in using this machine, you can pick it up for cheap. I found this for super cheap locally here and picked it up, and I'm just thinking like, you know, if you're going to sequence it in 2025, maybe don't use the sequencer on board. There's just better ways to do it. Okay, let's go through some of the sounds. We have the standard kit. There's a whole bunch of these, so I'm just going to rifle through them quick. Again, these snares, man. I love Youth Code, and I'm kind of reminded of them. Or of Love Shack, apparently. These pads, honestly, for finger drumming, they're actually quite good. Even if they're a little oddly shaped, like they're super rectangular, they feel good. They're super responsive, no latency. Oh, we got techno. Electro, this is TR-808. Interesting kick. A lot of reverb. You can go individually and change the reverb pattern. So if I feel there's too much reverb on this kick, I can hit the reverb button. Right now it's selecting all, but if I hit the kick, it'll go to pad A13 and we'll take that reverb off. Feels like it's still on, but maybe some of that is baked into the sample. It's actually, I mean, 808 is an 08. 808 is an 808, but that's a good one. It's a cool blend that usually the later DR, like I'm thinking of the silver one, forgive me, the number escapes me at the moment, but the later Boss drum machines, they just like fully did away with all the synthesized drums, which is a real shame in my opinion. Like they're just like, if this is going to be for guitarist, here's some like fake acoustic drums, and here they actually have a nice blend of them. It's not just all acoustic drums, it's not just all synthesized drums either. So like I said, I can get my Linn drum acousticy 80s, 90s stuff on, my Wax tracks on, my Memphis rap on. Get over to the pop. I don't know what pop songs had this for a kick, but it's a nice clap. I don't know how much I like the other stuff, but that's okay. Hyper pop? But again, sounds like B-52s. And I like that about that. Does hyper pop owe something to B-52s? I mean, post-punk owes a lot to B-52s. Anyway, dance 2. That's not a bell. That's a bell. Dance 3. There's a 909 on here. Where's the 909? Power. I don't know why this keeps jumping back. Probably set it up in some way. Whenever I try and play patterns, it wants to go back to the kit 1, which I don't want to do. Power 2. Perk. Who's the composer who I'm forgetting the name. The composer who did the Austin Powers theme song. What even is this show? Shout out in the comments if you know the name. It's gonna come to me the moment I'm done shooting. I want to say Hugh Laurie, but that's Hugh Jackman? No. Hugh Jackman's the house guy, right? Anyway. Effects. TR-909. Now this is the one I remember being really good, so. Kick is a little floppy though, now that I'm hearing it now, but. On that note, let's listen to the chorus. So how much chorus we want if we apply chorus to everything. Chorus is an interesting effect to include, but it sounds good. And you can change the effect types, like there's different types of reverb and I believe different depths of chorus and stuff in the settings. But for simplicity, because we have so many different kits to demonstrate, I'll just roll with whatever the kits have baked into them. Yeah. Why would I want this in a drum machine? I don't know. It was the 90s. Well, that actually sounds good. But my question still stands. Synth bass. These are so funny. I hear these and I just like, what song did I hear this sample on? And I'm still thinking B-52s, but that's okay. Here's a kit named Chorus. Here's Delay. Oh, it's got long decay. Let's go over to verb and delay. Weird slap back action going on in the kick. And then back to standard. So yeah, those are the different kits. Without going too deep into any of them, that's how they sound. Let's do a little roll. Just sounds so janky and ratchety in a way that I love. So if I stop that now and say play. Wish you got the grid view. When I see this sort of overlaid screen thing, I'm kind of like, oh, it's kind of like the 707 or the heck even the 110, right? But yeah, I mean, again, I just feel like sequencing this way, it's not the way to do it. You just want to go in and to be honest, I just feel like there's better uses of your time than trying to wrangle with this sequencer. But this drum machine sounds really good. All these samples are awesome. Let's hit play. Bring our tempo up because, again, I love my wax track stuff. And I can't... Oh, we stopped. Yeah, again, you can't change your kits on the fly, which is a shame. But if I go over to my 909, maybe... we'll do this. Why does it do that? Stop doing that. I have my pattern. I come over to the... So I can like audition with the pattern and then it goes back. I don't want to change that. Just stop. If I start with a different one. So the other thing I neglected to mention is there's pad banks. So every set of samples, every kit has a secondary set, and some of the kits will kind of use velocity to cross over them. But if you hold pad bank, different samples can come in. And often they're just a little bit different. It's not like super different. Like it'll just kind of give you sort of multi-sampled feel to like a cymbal, right? So straight up cymbal, hold pad bank. Just a variation, basically, although that was fairly different. Some of the kits, too, use the pad bank to layer basses on top, so you can get multi-sample bass, meaning 16 pads of bass instrument on top of it. But again, I just feel like in 2025, like it's fun to reminisce and think about how things were done more than 30 years ago. But in the modern day, I think it's just fun to make some music on a cell phone-looking device that sounds really good, and maybe run it through some external effects to mangle it. So I think on that note, we should do that right now. So I'm Tafony. Thanks so much for watching. Did you spend any time with the 660 in the modern era, or were you alive when this was released in the early 90s? Okay, I'm Tafony. Take care. Like, comment, subscribe, do all that good stuff. I'll see you in the next video. Goodbye.